Oh, yep, we're back live again, folks. We're back live again. Hopefully, some of you might find this a little informative and hopefully a little entertaining as well. But this is Mike. This is Mike, back from, you guessed it, Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Correction. I think actually I'm changing it to paint enhancement, not that it really matters. Here in a rainy, dreary day in Sharpsburg, Georgia. Thursday. I just got back from the eye doctor. So I had to drive Sally in the rain and on the wet roads. So what that means is it wasn't pouring down rain, but I did pick up some rain on the surface of the paint and the glass and so the wheels, the tires, you know, the usual stuff you get through, running through puddles and all that kind of stuff. And what I'm about to do is remove that rain water and the spotting. You can see some right there. I think y'all can see all that. That's from rain coming down. See all that spotting? It's not bad right now because it's fresh. It hasn't really dried yet, but the risk you take, and you can see I've got my lineup of towels over here. I may need more than that, but these will be, I'm going to do a rinseless wash on it real quick, clean all this crap off of the paint. These are the washing towels. They're much higher quality than what you can buy locally. You'll notice that this side is a little bit thicker nap than this side is a lower. So you can kind of, if you need to, you can flip. If you got a scrubby spot you need to hit, you can hit it with this. This is a buff off towel. Once I get it clean, then I'll buff off the residue with one of these really thick buffing towels, very high quality. And if I need to, I've got my drying towel out, extremely high quality. You cannot buy this quality towel on the retail level, people. You just can't. I'll try to remember to put some links down there for you guys about where I get mine from. And like I said, this may not be enough. You're going to need more than one or two towels to do even a car the size of my Mustang. But back to this rain water here. When the rain comes down, as the droplets are formed in the upper atmosphere, and some of you have heard me talk about this before, that is one of the purest forms of water there is. But as it comes down through the atmosphere, it picks up a lot of contaminants. You know, smog, industrial stuff spewing up in the air, all that kind of stuff. Industrial fallout, we call it. And, okay, then it hits the road. Let's say it's clean when it does finally hit the pavement and puddles up. Well, when it gets there, it mixes in with stuff like brake dust, oil from vehicles, transmission fluid, brake fluid, diesel fuel, all kinds of stuff. So there is no telling what chemicals are in where it was in that water when it fell onto my paint, and now the water is gone. But what'll happen is, if I don't remove this fairly quickly, what'll happen is first thing it will do is bond to the paint, which on this car is not as big a problem because I have put a titanium coating over the clear coat, and I have a titanium sealant on top of that, so it will be bonding to two additional layers of protection. So it would take quite some time for it to go down through that and get to the actual clear coat, which, if you recall, on this car it's Optimum Clear Coat Restorer, which is a wipe-on clear coat, self-leveling. But since I've got this thing all shiny and slicky looking, I don't want to have to redo the coatings or any of that. So today, all I'm going to do is take my rinseless wash. We've talked about that before. And I have my cordless sprayer here, which I love this thing. It's got the Optimum no rinse and shine mixture in it, diluted according to the label down to the quick detail dilution ratio. And what I'll do is I'll just spray it on there, use the application towel and the method I've showed you guys before, clean the gunk off the paint, and then I'll buff it to perfection. And then if I think it needs it, I may refresh the sealant. I'll just have to look at it. And you know what? It's not that big a deal, folks. This will only take me 10, 15 minutes, 20 at the most to do this. And it should clean off rather quickly because of the level of protection I have on this paint right now. That's one of the advantages of all these coatings and sealants and stuff you put on the paint. Way, 100 times better than any wax you can buy. Many times better, trust me on that. So I'm going to do this, and maybe I'll come back later with another short video to show you guys how it turned out. I've already taken some photographs, but you know, I spent so much time getting her ready, and then had to turn right around and drive her in the rain. Well, that's the way it goes. And, you know, she'd picked up a little dust where I'd gone to the grocery store the other day. Not a big deal, but this will take care of all that as well, you know. And that rainwater also mixed in with the dust that had landed on her car, which I could have cleaned that off with a quick detail if I wanted to. But I decided to hang on and wait. But somebody's dropping by. I was just showing everybody, go back to the first of the video, the water spotting I picked up today from having to drive to the doctor's office in the rain. And I'm going to get rid of that right quick. And if you like, go back to the beginning and see what I'm talking about and why. And then I will try to come back here in a little while with a follow-up video to show you how it turned out. Of course, she still don't look bad. Most people would be pretty happy with this, but I know that a lot of this red paint, I can't see where the water has splashed up. It's just not that visible, but I know it's there, and I want to preserve all the work I've spent basically the last week doing to my car. And so I'm going to spend a little time doing this, and you know what? I'd be willing to do this for any of you people, because this doesn't take long. This rinseless wash does not take long at all. And in fact, most of the time, I'd say 98% of the time, that's the only wash my car gets. And most of the high profile and super successful professional detailers will tell you that a rinseless wash is actually safer to do your car than your normal, what you guys might call the 2-bucket wash, which I don't even do a bucket wash. When I do a regular wash, I don't use buckets. And maybe I'll go into that for you guys sometime in the future, and also show you the difference between a strip wash and a maintenance wash. Big difference. You use 2 totally different types of soap, maybe even 3, depending on what the circumstance is. And I've explained some of that before. Maybe I'll explain it again in the future, for those of you who don't have time to go sifting back through all my videos to try to find that out. Boy. But anyway, I'm going to get started on this, you know. Do me a big favor, folks. Give me a thumbs up. You know what? If you don't like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. Either one of those helps me out, so they tell me. You know, make a comment. Tell me where you're watching from and all that kind of stuff. Just any kind of comment helps me out. Like, share, tag, follow, all that stuff. And if you're on YouTube, yeah, I'll be putting this on YouTube as well, you know. And you don't want to miss any of subsequent videos on my car and other projects, you can always hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified of future videos. I do appreciate those of you who tuned in and watched today and who may watch at a later time. That's great. I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you. Goodbye now.